So when you are analyzing PYQs, focus on these few points that I would like to highlight. So the very first thing is you just focus on the themes that are being repeated in PYQs of prelims examination. So what does this help into? So basically, as the time is less, so the revision of many things is not possible at this point of time. So this will help you in prioritizing your things in the subject wise. That suppose in art and culture, if you are looking, okay, Buddhism and Jainism is the theme that is constantly getting repeated, and probably it is alternate that happens. You will get the question on Buddhism and Jainism in each year, in every year of prelims. So you have to read that theme in detail. You have to revise that more. And also few things are there that you see ki, okay, acts are being asked more, whatever acts there have been in under British government, and those acts, the very basic details they always ask. So you will memorize those more in these upcoming days of 30 days. So this is what this identifying of the good themes that are being repeated more in previous year questions is the very important thing that you must do at this point of time. And after that, my suggestion is that when you are going through previous year questions, you just try to understand the language of the questions that the UPSC is framing. So this thing I personally believe helps a lot in actual prelims examination. So I think that what happens in UPSC examination is that the way they are framing the statements. So if you go with a calm mind and you are just composed at that point of time, especially the uncertain nature of prelims that it has been in the last year prelims as well. So these language of UPSC questions that helps you in deciding whether it is correct, there might be a chance that it is not correct. So it will generate an intuition among you. So that will also help. So understanding this language, that is why I am saying. So the misconception among the students is that they go through prelims examination and they see कि अरे इसके questions तो मेरे से हो रहे हैं. So that is not the requirement is of analyzing PYQs. Questions you will be able to do because they must have been covered in your class notes or somewhere you must have read in the books. The books might have got updated after those exams. So you will do them. But you have to focus on that language part, that what is the language of prelims examination in the questions. And the third part is, so in prelims there are 4 options or 4 statements and 4 options. So you have to go through the option which is not the answer as well. So there might be one correct answer and the people restrict over there only. Okay, so this is the question and this is the answer. So I'm done with that. But that is not the case. So next time there might be a chance that rest 3 options will be present as questions in your next prelims examination. So just have thorough understanding of that. So what I should write it like this: the options analysis of prelims, that is must. So I can give example over here to substantiate that how this is important. So in 2020 prelims, many of you might have given, and I had appeared in that examination. So there was this statement that Central Groundwater Authority is under Environment Protection Act, and I didn't know at that point of time this question. So I thought it is Groundwater Authority, what is to do with environment and all. I just did it wrong. But in cut to 2022 prelims, there was one more question, that under which act Central Groundwater Authority is mentioned. So this is what I mean with this. So in 2022 there was another question, which of the species among them is fish. So I was not aware of any of the species that was present in the options, but I was aware of only one species, that was golden mahashir, because it was a previous year question. So this is what I mean with this option analysis. And fourth, I would recommend you the most, that is you just be very calm in prelims examination and composed, and try to find out the logics behind those options. I'll give the example of this. So this is, I would call it as basically common sense. That is one thing, because this helps lot in prelims examination. So let me give you a few examples where I eliminated statements in last year's paper. I am sure that if you will apply this strategy, it will also lead to some amount of wrong answers, but there is no choice with that. I totally think that if you are not taking chances in prelims examination, so it will never be the case that the marks equal to your cutoff, you must be knowing it. It is never such that you must be knowing कि नहीं इतना cutoff है and I know 35 answers. It will never be the case. You must be knowing only 20 to 25 answers or maximum 30 answers. After that, you have to take those chances. So in those cases, you have to use this thing. So let's say there was one statement last year that home guards are appointed by central government. So you have to, no one reads that, no one studies that. That is not the part of UPSC syllabus as well. So, but you have to be very clear with your thoughts. Law and order is responsibility of states. Even police is not being appointed by central government, and home guard is quite a small post that central government is going to appoint. So these kind of things. Suppose if there was one question that the goods exports of India has been 3% last year. So you have to find out, you have to figure it out that these kinds of statements are very less likely to be true, because it might be 3% as per one report and it might be 3.2% as per another report. So you have to be this much aware, and these things you again only apply in prelims examination when you are confident, calm and composed. Because otherwise it always comes कि नहीं मैं risk ले रहा हूँ, should I move with this? So these all few things are there that you must go through it. So in previous year question also try to find these patterns only when you are analyzing previous year questions. So this will, I can assure you, in my case it has happened, around 8 to 10 questions have been improved because I was clear कि ये 8-10 question का answer तो मैं सही मार रहा हूँ. And most of us who have appeared in prelims examination will be aware कि इतने से ही prelims रह जाता है. बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं होता है, कट ऑफ आप बहुत ज्यादा मार्क्स से मिस नहीं कर रहे होते हो. इट इज जस्ट दैट 7 to 8 questions. So if you can do this in last 28 days, so I believe that it will be really helpful. It has worked for me.